Although this won't be all of them, here are a few diseases that made their way to America, which made an impact between the 1500s and late 1800s. Cholera is caused by bacteria that live in warmer waters, typically on the coast. It is contracted after drinking or eating contaminated goods such as water, fish, and other products. It is unknown where it is first originated. The first pandemic killed hundreds and thousands of people, but ended after a harsh winter that killed most of the infectious bacteria. There was a second pandemic which reached America by 1832. Imports had carried the cholera to America, and it originated in New York and Philadelphia, and it slowly made its way west and south for another 21 years. Typhus is another disease that's caused by bacteria, but this one is spread by animals and insects. Typhus had spread to the United States and an epidemic broke out in 1837. There was many epidemics within Philadelphia, New Hampshire, Baltimore, Memphis, and Washington, D.C. Typhus was a big killer during the Civil War, and the spread of it wasn't understood quite yet, so it just kept spreading. Now, smallpox is a highly contagious disease caused by the variola virus. It is spread by direct contact of those infected or even objects that were contaminated. It contributed to a decline in civilizations and made its way to America in the 1500s. Edward Jenner was the first to figure out that by inoculating with cowpox, it could help protect people without contracting it. This was the first discovery that led to vaccinations to this day. Yellow fever is another disease which is caused by a virus and transmitted through infected mosquito bites. Somewhere between 1668 and 1699, there were outbreaks in New York, Boston, Charleston, and northern areas. It was hardly seen during the winter months because most of the mosquitoes had died out. It was first assumed that this was contracted through human contact until it was later on discovered what the real source was. The unfortunate thing was that the mosquitoes traveled, which meant the disease kept spreading. Most of the cases and deaths in the U.S. was in New Orleans because they had the appropriate climates for the mosquitoes to thrive.